Okay, so hi everyone, I'm back for another sit down video. And I know a lot of people said they'd rather I did like another vlog or saw what I was eating, the workouts I was doing, but I've received a lot of questions more like in person about what are my current goals in the gym. Am I still losing weight? Am I still on a diet? What am I doing? Why am I doing it? So I thought I'd do a video to basically answer those questions, so let's get to it. So, am I still on a weight loss journey? The answer is no. I've been there, I've done that now, and I've done it. And what I want to do now, ultimately, is to get stronger and build muscle. That is what I want to do now. And the only way I can do that is by eating more, and with that does come fat gain. And some people might be thinking, oh my god, how is she going to do that? Like, how is someone who's had an eating disorder, who struggles with a body image, going to deal with fat gain? And that's something I'm going to get into in this. Like I said, the current goals are no longer to lose weight because from objective external sources, I know that I don't need to lose any more weight. Now, in myself, I am never going to be satisfied with how I look. And I think that comes down to the mechanisms behind my eating disorder that make me want to control something, and I know that I can control my weight. I know that I can lose weight like that. I know how to do it. It's simple. Cut what I'm eating, exercise more, and I'm going to lose the weight, and I know I can control that. So I think I'm never going to be happy with how I look, and because I do struggle with body image problems, that's always going to be a driving factor for me. But from objective measures such as progress pictures and knowing how my clothes fit and the size of clothing that I've progressed into, I'm not going to say any numbers, but it's gone down. And from people that I trust very, very deeply, such as family, friends, Becca, I know for a fact that I have lost the weight, and I can use those to latch on to know for a fact that I have lost the weight. So what now? I want to get strong. Stronger than I am now. And I want to build muscle. That's my physique goals. I don't just want to be skinny because I've been there, done that, and you know what? It's not fun. Being severely underweight and malnourished is not fun. It's tiring, like constantly tiring. Like, I remember dreading literally having to stand up in school, you know, if you did one of those exercises where you had to walk around the classroom, I would dread that. That's how tired I was on a daily basis. You're always cold, your skin's terrible. I mean, my skin's terrible now, but let's just not get into that. And your hair is just like really oily, dry, thin. It's just not nice. It's not cool. I want to be strong, and I want to challenge myself. I want to prove myself wrong, that one part of my brain, a disordered part of my brain, wants me to be skinny, and it's going to constantly drive it. I want to challenge that. I want to be able to say no to myself, if that makes any sense. I want to be able to challenge the part of my brain that's telling me to do one thing by going right against that and doing the other. And by being able to do this, by being able to challenge my negative thinking, get stronger, build muscle, that is going to be one hell of an achievement for me. For some people, it's an achievement for anyone, but for someone who's struggling, it's going to be a really tough process. When I get to, there isn't an end point, but when I'm really far in that process, I can look back and be like, I've done that. And that is one hell of an achievement for me. And why it's going to be so difficult is that with muscle and strength gain, yeah, it's brilliant. It does come with fat gain and weight gain. Because ultimately, to get stronger and build muscle, you have to eat in a calorie surplus. And what that means is you have to eat more than you're expending. So my food has increased quite a bit from what it was. I am eating, I don't know if you'd say it's a lot, but for me, I feel like it's quite a lot. I'm eating 5 times a day. 5. And yeah, sometimes I do struggle with that. It's like sometimes when my family tend to eat 3 meals a day, and I'm not necessarily eating 5 meals that are bigger than theirs, but because I'm eating more frequently, I sometimes struggle with that. I think, why am I being greedy? And it's not to do with that, because they don't have the same goals as me. Some of my family are on weight loss goals. I'm on a building goal. That's what I'm here to do. So yeah, it's tough for me. And how am I dealing with the weight gain? That's what I'm going to come on to now. This part of the video as well about how I'm dealing with weight gain, I feel like it could be relevant to other girls who perhaps are going through bulk or weight gain phases in, do you want to call it the bodybuilding style world, the weight training world, or perhaps for girls who are having eating disorder problems and they have to gain weight for health reasons, or just other people who have to gain weight for health reasons, how they deal with it. So this first point probably isn't relevant to that, it's more relevant to people who are doing the weight training. And that is that remembering this is your choice. I'm choosing to do this. I'm choosing to eat more. I'm choosing to get stronger. I'm choosing to go to the gym. No one's forcing me. No one's saying you have to do it. I could turn around and stop any day and cut my food, go back to restrictive eating. I can do it any day whenever I want, but I don't want to do that. And I've got to remember that when it gets tough and when I have really bad thoughts and just think, why am I doing this? This is awful. Why am I putting myself through this just to get a bit stronger or to get a bit of muscle? I've just got to remember, look, this is your goal. This is what you want to do. So stop complaining, suck it up and get on with it. So number 2, piece 2, is remembering how crap being underweight felt in terms of how I had no energy, in terms of the physical symptoms, in terms of what it does to your skin, your hair, just feeling weak as heck. As in, when I say weak, I mean like literally you would dread standing up to walk a couple of steps. That's how tired you were. And just on your mood as well, like constantly feeling down, low, lethargic. Obviously I still struggle with issues in terms of how I'm feeling in myself, but in terms of my general overall mood and of course things like energy levels, I feel so much better by eating more, and that's something you can't take away. Just feeling healthy, that's just, you can't take that away. That's incredible. So that's something I've got to remember, remembering my past to look forward to the future. God, that was pretty deep, wasn't it? Number 3, I don't know why I just did that, 3, is another form of reflection that I do, and that's not reflecting on the past in terms of my eating disorder like with the last tip that I have for myself. It's reflecting on my progress now in terms of feeling strong in sessions. Now, I don't do it all the time, but maybe once a week, twice a week, just it happens. I can pull off immense sessions, and what I mean by that is every lift feels great. I get PBs on my lifts. I can just bring some next level intensity, and it's probably not pretty, but I feel like superwoman afterwards. I feel on top of the world, and it's incredible. And I know for a fact, from anecdotal experience in myself, that I cannot pull off those sort of sessions, which are the sessions that make me feel the best, if I have not eaten well around my training. And when I say around my training, I mean just before, but also encompassing it. So the days before, building up to it. My lifting was alright, but when I wasn't eating as much, it was a hell of a lot tougher, and I could not bring sessions like that. So they are the sessions that I enjoy the most, and I know that I can only achieve those and achieve the PBs and progress in my strength, you guessed it, by eating more and putting on that little bit of chub. It's worth it, trust. So number 4 for me is learning to enjoy the process. So there's different aspects of that. There's one in terms of learning to actually enjoy the food side to it. And I do like food, like don't get me wrong, I like my food. Like I like chocolate a lot. So it's not a case of not enjoying the foods that's the problem for me, it's the thoughts that come with them. Like, oh, I'm gonna get fat from eating this, I shouldn't be eating all this food. But when you start to challenge that and start to be quite mindful with your eating in terms of just enjoying the taste, enjoying the flavours, thinking about what it's doing for you. So when I'm eating my post-workout cereal, yeah, I get cereal post-workout, it's pretty good. It tastes hella good, so I appreciate that. And then I also appreciate that it's making my body recover. That's what's going to help me to get to where I want to be in terms of my goals. So it's not just seeing food as food in terms of it's making you less hungry. It's appreciating what it's doing for you in so many different ways. So it's helping me build muscle, it's helping me be strong. It's helping me to concentrate so I can do my university work. That's how you've got to see it. It's fueling you, not just physically but also mentally. And when you sort of see it like that, it's pretty cool. Okay, I'm a geek, but I see it as pretty cool, and I think that really helps me. And knowing that it's helping me, it helps me to enjoy the process, and I'm starting to actually really enjoy eating like this sort of way. And yeah, I do have my struggles. Some days I really don't want to eat all the food, but some days I really love it, and I'm really starting to love it. So I think learning to love the process of it all, that's going to help you to come to terms with it all. Just got my coffee. On to my last tip is something that I did actually learn when I was in my eating disorder recovery, and back then it didn't really help, but I think it's helping me now, and that is not to look at it as gaining weight. Back then it was like, look at it as gaining life, and it didn't help. But now it's looking at it as gaining strength and gaining muscle. Like, so when I have seen changes in muscularity, I have seen slight developments, and I have noticed my strength increasing. And those are things that you've got to focus on, because they are positives. Focusing on the negatives is going to make it a negative experience. If you focus on the positives, it's going to be a positive experience. Logical thinking. Mindset is everything. So yeah, I think that covers it. Any other questions, queries? If you want to know maybe a bit more about what I'm doing in terms of what I'm eating, how I'm training in this sort of period of my life, let me know. And yeah, here's to another video, guys. Thanks for watching. If you've managed to watch all of this, I don't know how, you're incredible. And I'll see you later. Coffee.